Do you like giveaways? I'm doing the biggest giveaway I have ever done in the history of the company starting today. Drop the mic. Really excited about that one. Let me go ahead and get this StreamYard um, so that we're live on Instagram also. It's a little bit different how that has to be set up. Okay, and we are good to go. Giveaways. I love giveaways. I have been doing them from the beginning of my radio days. And I saw on Facebook that we hit 40,000 people who are following the company's page, Living the Good Life Naturally. When you stop and think about 40,000 people in a room focused on creating better health, showing up as the best version of themselves, and opening the first gateway of health through soaking in magnesium to activate their vitamin D levels, it just, well, I admit it, I cried a little bit. And I thought, what can I do? What can I do? And then I remembered, people love giveaways. They love them. So here's how it's going to work. This is also another favorite time of year for me, and that is back to school. I love back to school. I love the planning. I love the notebooks. I love the pens. I love backpacks. I love everything about it. Now, every year, as my own, like, because I'm Kristen Bowen and the company, Living the Good Life Naturally, I find teachers that I can help support, that I can purchase some things for their classroom. I thought it would be nice if we wrapped in appreciation for teachers in with this giveaway. Now, please remember this giveaway is not sponsored by any of the social media sites that you might be watching me on right now, not by YouTube, not by Facebook, not by Instagram. This is me, Kristen Bowen, living the good life naturally, giving away 40 bottles of magnesium. When I say I'm giving away 40 bottles of magnesium, I'm telling you I'll even pay for the shipping because it's not really free. It's not really a gift if you have to pay for the shipping. And here is the conversation that I would love it if you would step in and help me create this conversation on social media. I can't do it by myself. I need your help. And 40 people will be chosen. Now, this will specifically be on Facebook. You might be joining me from YouTube, you might be joining me from Instagram, but this one is specifically on Facebook because we're celebrating that there's 40,000 people interested and wanting to learn more, maintain, start soaking in magnesium. Because it's also back to school time and I want to give away 40 bottles, I would love for you to post in the comments, and to enter needs to be on Facebook. I would love for you to post a teacher that has made a difference for you. If you can, tag them, tell them thank you. I had a teacher, Mr. Benson, that changed the course of my life. He changed the books that I read. He changed how I valued myself. And he was my sixth grade teacher. And he helped me understand some things about myself that truly changed the course of my life. Our teachers need support. I would love it if you would tag your favorite teacher. Share with me what you donated this year. Have you seen the Amazon lists that the teachers make? And you can go purchase some things off of their Amazon list and Amazon will send it right to that teacher. That's how I donate to teachers. The company did a couple and I personally did a couple, just to help say to teachers, hey, we see you and we appreciate you, and we recognize as a society we need to step up and create more support for the role that you play in the lives of our children. And if you would like to be a part of the giveaway, that's what I'm looking for, is for people to share a teacher, a memory, teacher that they loved, something that changed their life. Maybe you are a teacher, share with us why you love teaching. And if there's a teacher that maybe this could remind you, and you've got the ability to support a teacher and help them with some back to school supplies for their classroom, they should not be paying for it out of their own pocket. And most teachers that I know do end up throughout the year in getting their classrooms ready and creating a visual environment. They're paying for that out of their own pocket. Maybe you have a teacher that would benefit from soaking in magnesium with the stress of back to school and all of the things that have to happen. Tag them. And at the end, let's see, today's Wednesday. So the beginning of next week, we'll let this run a couple days. And if you'll help me get the word out that Living the Good Life Naturally is giving away 40 bottles of magnesium soap to help kickstart your health journey. We'll pick some teachers, we'll pick some past clients, we'll pick some new clients who have never soaked in magnesium but are hanging around interested in learning more. Help me kick it off. Your comments will help me get the word out that we are doing a giveaway for 32-ounce bottle of magnesium soap. And at the same time, let's wrap it into supporting and loving on those teachers who spend their days with children and making the life of a child better. Because living the good life naturally is about making a difference in the world. It's about waking up in the morning, feeling so good, having active levels of vitamin D so that your body can kick into maintaining health with ease. How does that happen? It all starts with magnesium and achieving a cell saturation of 6.3 or above. I need some water. And then the other thing I wanted to let you know about, because I really do love this back to school time, is that we are doing some back to school BOGOs. Back to school BOGOs. Right now, you can use, and I'll have Shelly throw out the coupon code or the link, the magnesium soak, buy one, get one free. Yes, I love the first day of school outfit and the new books and pens and papers and all of those things. But even more importantly is, how are you prepped and ready to go into this new season that we're entering? It tends to be, for most people, not for everyone, but it does tend to be a more structured time of year for people as we head into fall. And it is a time that focusing on prepping for the winter will help keep us healthier throughout the winter time. And I thought, okay, I can't go shopping with everybody for great pens and paper, but I can offer a BOGO. These BOGOs, numerous are going to be happening over the next week, and they will be short and they will be while supplies last. I have certain amount of products set aside for each of these BOGOs. Go check that out if you're interested in stocking up for your back to school tools, magnesium to help get your brain functioning. Magnesium has been shown to benefit brain function. Magnesium has been shown to reduce inflammation. Magnesium has been shown to increase your immune system and help it to be stronger. Well, what better time than to be soaking in magnesium? Maybe you're doing the 30-day challenge. Maybe you're starting off with that. Maybe you're just soaking a couple times a week. But I have a lot of ways I want to support you. The giveaway, share in the comments about a teacher you love. Tag them, a teacher that made a difference for you. If you are a teacher, let me know. I will be choosing 40 people to send a magnesium soak to. I will pay for the shipping also. So truly free. Amazon lies to you when they say free shipping. It's not really free. Somebody has to pay for it somewhere. This shipping, if you win a bottle of magnesium, I will pay for the shipping. So nothing out of your pocket in any way, shape, or form. And we're doing that to celebrate that Facebook hit 40,000 people following. That excited me. Let's talk about seasonal soaking. Seasonal soaking. I want you to sit back if you can, if you're not driving, if you're not walking around, sit back and just think for a minute of the seasons. I tend to think, because of my company, I tend to think in quarters. You might think spring, summer, fall, and winter. I tend to think quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. However it works in your brain, I want you to divide the year up in those 4 quadrants. And then I want you to choose, if you had to call it, which is the most stressful, the busiest, maybe one of the hardest times for you. For example, mine is season 4 or winter season. The company gets really busy. I want to hang out with my family more. My autoimmune sometimes can flare if I haven't prepped it in fall or third quarter, and there's more sugar available. It's my birthday. There's just lots of things. Knowing that helps me determine my soaking schedule. Now, for you, it might not be winter. It might not be fourth quarter. Determining when yours is will help you set up your soaking so that it's completely customized to you. Customization that works for you is one of the most important tools that you can put into place to help you create or maintain, depending on where you're at on that journey, optimal health. For example, have you ever jumped on and done something because you saw it work for your sister or your best friend or your aunt or, I don't know, whomever it is, and then it doesn't work for you the same? We have to customize and make sure that we are on our specific pathway. You might not need to soak as often as I do. My husband does not need to soak as often as I do. I need to stay in that rest and renew, and my body tends to flip back into fight or flight. Magnesium helps bring me back to that middle. And the older that I get and the more that I build that muscle, I'm able to stay in that rest and renew longer and more efficiently. Your hardest time or busiest time or most stressful time, the season before is when you need to get prepped for that. For example, mine is winter, fourth quarter. So fall, third quarter, is when I want to really kick it into gear so that I'm being proactive instead of waiting until it's already hit. That's when it takes more magnesium to soak in and bring your levels up, more time, more energy, and it feels harder. If you've ever had the thought, creating health is so hard, I've done so many things and nothing works, I've tried everything. If you've had ideas like that, you might not be in proactive mode, you might be in crisis mode. Stepping into proactive mode can be one of the most powerful shifts that you can make in achieving and maintaining magnesium cell saturation. Ashley, this is a great question. Does the lotion or spray work in lieu of the soak if I am unable to do the soak, for example, while traveling? Yes and no. Let me grab some more water. Getting magnesium into your body, whether you're using the spray, whether you're using the muscle cream, whether you're utilizing the lotion, which I need to go grab some more. This is almost gone. I used it the other day. Or the soap. Sometimes time, traveling, other circumstances can make it that soaking doesn't happen. The best option is to spray magnesium on the bottom of your feet. But this is where adjusting your expectations becomes incredibly important. Spraying magnesium on the bottom of your feet will never replace soaking in magnesium. The uptake of this is very much magnified from the uptake of this. Now, does that mean this doesn't work? No, it's incredibly beneficial, but it doesn't replace soaking. It's about matching your expectations and goals to which product you're using. For example, yesterday I got, I was cleaning out my car. I'm selling my little convertible, and I was cleaning it out, and I got some sticky residue on my hands and went and washed it. And the soap here at the office is a little drying. And I wanted some lotion on my hands. If I would have put spray on my hands, I wouldn't have got the benefit of the moisturizing from the lotion. And I wanted that moisturizing. So lotion was the right fit. But if I'm not sleeping at night and I'm up and not able to tap into that deep sleep, lotion isn't going to be what I turn to. Matching which product you're using with what your expectations. Absolutely. When I travel, a lot of times I just take the spray. Sometimes I'll have the magnesium soak shipped to where I'm traveling to so that I can continue soaking. It just depends on the vacation, the time of year, goals, and expectations. Understanding that spraying it on the bottom of your feet will never get you as much magnesium as soaking is what I want people to understand. And if, for example, I'm at my desk and my shoulders tend to get a little tight, I'm going to use the muscle cream. I could use the spray, but I don't want it trickling down on my clothes. And so the muscle cream is a better option for me at that point. So matching magnesium, matching your expectations, understanding what each product can do for you in terms of helping your body achieve and maintain cell saturation closes a gap. And anytime you close a gap, it becomes easier to create optimal health. Closing a gap means that you understand the process and you've made the best decision for yourself and you're moving forward strongly with that decision. Close those gaps. Don't beat yourself up that you didn't soak yesterday. Let it go. Close the gap. Close that gap. And that will actually help you hold on and maintain magnesium cell saturation. Colleen, the transition into the seasons. You can feel the shifts and it's more difficult when I'm not ready to let the current season go. Absolutely. Many people experience that. Linda, right? 40,000 people on Facebook. That was just so exciting to me to think of 40,000 people in a room focused on magnesium and soaking in magnesium. And because of that, I'm giving away 40 bottles of magnesium. Share with me the impact that a teacher made for you. Share with me a teacher that you love, and maybe we can all jump on and donate to his or hers Amazon list and help them get prepared for school. It's one of my favorite things that I do every fall. This year, a couple of the things that I purchased for Alyssa, a beautiful rug for her kids to come and sit on that was educationally and visually would capture their interest. And another one that I did was a bookshelf to store all of the books that she collects over the summer out of her own pocket to make sure that her students have access to literature that will enrich those minds. And I thought, if I do the giveaway, let's also wrap it up into teachers and make sure that we're supporting those teachers, because they are under more pressure than they ever have been the last few years. And the burnout for them is real. Anything that we can do to go in to support them will make a difference all across the board, because their burnout is directly related to children. And if they're burned out, they're not giving their best. Just like if you're burned out, you're not giving your best to those people that you love. So leave a comment, and you might be one of the people who win one of the magnesium. One of my favorite thing that happens is when someone wins magnesium and says, "Oh, I never win anything." And we've blasted through and broken that belief that they had that they never win anything, because 40 is more than I have ever done in the history of the company. 20 plus years of giving away thousands of bottles of magnesium, but I've never done 40 at one time. So help me celebrate that we hit 40,000 people, and talk to me about a teacher who impacted you, or share a link to a teacher's Amazon wish list, and let's all hop in and get everything on their list and make all their dreams come true and support them so that they can show up knowing how grateful we are for what they do to lift our children. Okay, let's see. Oh, back to school means sending the youngest to college, an empty nester stage of life. Oh my goodness, huge transitions. Colleen just talked about that, how as we go from one season to another, or in my brain, one quarter to another, there are different roles and goals and transitions that are happening. And when you've had specific focuses and now that focus is gone or changed, it can be a time that we need to mourn and acknowledge that the change is hard. I always think for myself, it's so important. I don't want to get stuck in the mourning, stuck in the loss. I want to acknowledge it. I do want to mourn it. I also want to move on. I have a tendency to get stuck in that emotion. One of the things that I do is I acknowledge the hard, I recognize I need to mourn, and I set a date for when I will be done, so that I am not 2 years later still stuck in something that happened in the past, so that my energy is current and I'm moving forward. So for example, I've recently had a big transition in my life, and I realized I need to set a date. I need to mourn this. I need to acknowledge it. I also don't want to get stuck in it. And so my date is August 31st at noon. I'm done. And I will have all of my mourning, and no one can tell you what date is a good date. Only you can determine that. And it's so interesting to me as I've watched women pick those dates, and they'll immediately settle in when they have given themselves permission to mourn that transition. Maybe there's some loss that's happening. As we powerfully mourn transitions, we open the door to more opportunities. I needed until August 31st at noon to mourn my transition. At that point, I will process it, I will be done with it, and I will open the door to new opportunities coming in. One of the most powerful tools that I have ever learned about staying current and moving forward. And that is making sure that I'm embracing the hard, I'm mourning it, processing it, and then letting it go and moving forward. Okay. Oh, winter for Pam. Absolutely. Shelley, Yvonne, is that how you say that name? Yvonne Millet has helped Hundreds of kids graduate from high school. She's the most giving and amazing teacher. She goes above and beyond and makes a difference to all who enter her classroom. I love that. We will be giving away to some previous clients, to some new clients, and to some teachers to the sum of 40 bottles of magnesium soap. And if you will share in the comments below, it not only will enter you into the possibilities of getting some magnesium showing up at your doorstep, it could also get some for that teacher that you love so much. Maybe it was last year one of your kids had the most amazing teacher and it made a difference all year long. That's the conversation I really would love some help creating, so that we can show teachers, hey, you're not alone. We've got you. We see you. We support you. And here's the action that we're taking to make a difference in your life. One of the things that I do is I find their Amazon list and I purchase things within my budget that I can do on their Amazon list to help them get ready for back to school and to cut the expenses going out of their pockets. Okay, oh, let me click over to this private chat. Okay, oh, good morning, Poofy Organics. Good morning, good morning. Christina, I have a vitamin D light. If my magnesium is high enough, is using the light going to raise my level? Okay, this is a great question, and I've got 4 minutes to summarize this. And again, here's my disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, not diagnosing, not prescribing. Think of you and I like sitting down to lunch and we're just having a conversation. And Christina was, curious about her vitamin D light and increasing her vitamin D levels. And now I'm going to share some thoughts, not telling Christina what to do, but laying it at her feet for her to make the best decision for her body and her journey. Hold on, more water. Okay, we have active vitamin D and we have stored vitamin D. Shelley, if you would throw up those links on my website to where to get your active and your stored test. Typically, when your doctor is testing your vitamin D levels, he's only testing your stored vitamin D. And I want to not only know how much my body has stored, but I want to know how much access my body has to active vitamin D. And this is where vitamin D testing actually becomes a window into your magnesium levels. Because if your vitamin D is low, we know your magnesium is low, because magnesium is the precursor to a strong vitamin D profile. And so many times we just start taking these pills, not understanding there's missing nutrients as to why that crack in your foundation has shown up in the first place, and it's magnesium levels. So achieving cell saturation of 6.3 on your red blood cell is something that was game-changing for me and thousands of other people. If you've not heard of that before, look into it and see if it will be a good fit for you. Magnesium helps your body convert stored vitamin D to active vitamin D. Now, I own a vitamin D light that helps my body produce vitamin D. There is nothing that replaces the OG of red light therapy, and that is the sun. The magnesium morning trifecta. Walking in the early morning sunshine, absorbing the resonance of the rays of the first 2 hours of violet rays that the sun produces, reducing that inflammation, that original red light therapy, and soaking in magnesium is a trifecta that creates synergy. That synergy helps you create optimal health with ease. It's not that the tools that I have or the light that I have isn't optimal. They are tools that can benefit, but it does not replace that early morning sunshine. And we need to look at that point, the things that I would look at, I would want to know, where is my magnesium red blood cell? Where is my active vitamin D? And where is my stored vitamin D? And the beautiful thing about that is you can go on the Shelly's linking the links where you can click right on my website, and I put the testing that I like the best. You don't even have to go to a doctor to get that done. You can go right to the lab and get that testing done yourself, and then you can evaluate. I have, oh gosh, today there is just a lot of things that we are talking about. We've got the back to school BOGO magnesium soap right now. Buy one, get one free. We're celebrating back to school. I want children ready with optimal brain health and optimal magnesium levels so that they are in an environment to uptake all of the learning. So we have that happening right now. We also are doing a magnesium soak giveaway, a back to school magnesium soak giveaway, the largest I've ever done at one time. I'm giving away 40, and leaving a comment will, if I'm giving it away to those in the United States. I don't do international shipping, but if you live in the United States, I will pay to ship that to you. So it's truly free. You don't have to pay for the shipping or anything. And here's a little mini announcement. I have a blood work class coming up that I'm going to be offering. And this is where we will dive into the things that I've learned about my blood work and how I look at it and the relationship to other pieces of blood work that help you understand your body at a deeper level. This is not it's a deep dive, and it's not something that you just learn in an hour. So this will be a 3-month program that I do, and we'll come together and learn and process and apply, and then we'll come back and learn some more and process and apply, and you taking more responsibility and accountability for getting feedback from your blood work. So I have that coming up too. So many things that are happening. And that, for example, the active and stored vitamin D. Now it's, I just threw that out. There's so much to that to fully understand how that works, the relationship the active and the stored D have to your kidney functions, your creatine, your magnesium levels. And so in that class, we'll be wrapping that all together. We'll focus on it. We'll let your brain rest. You'll come back with more questions. We'll learn a little bit more. It's not just a throw everything at you, little bits of it, and you figure it out on your own. So it is set up, that class is set up for someone who recognizes it is a learning curve and that there is a time investment involved to understanding how that works. And keep an eye out for that. It will go to those in the Good Life Journal when that opens up for registration. Oh, Ashley, I love that you just threw up a teacher that has made a difference. Barbara Bannister, 2nd grade teacher. I love that. Thank you so much, Ashley, for sharing the benefit and the things that Barbara has done in her classroom that has made a difference in our world, in our community. Oh, Lisa, you're so very welcome. So very welcome. Oh, Colleen, yes, setting a date. And then the other thing that I do, Colleen, is I create excitement. We're multifaceted and we can experience numerous emotions at one time. There is a morning I also get excited for what that window will open. And so when I set that date, I set that intention of opening up the opportunity for things that I don't even know could happen. And so it's a real process of creating that. It's not, well, you can just set the date, but creating that opportunity for that door to close and that window to open and what it will feel like and what I will experience as that process transitions. Stephen Yost. Why is that so familiar to me, Shiloh? Stephen Yost. That is just so familiar to me. But I can't place where. Oh, always helped after class. Isn't it amazing the teachers that go above and beyond and the impact that they make in our lives? I had Mr. Benson, and he stayed after class to help me with some things. And it not only helped me in my educational pursuits, it helped me in my life. That's the impact a teacher can have. And I would love for this conversation of giving away 40 bottles of magnesium and celebrating. My gosh, I'm throwing so much at you. I hope it's not overwhelming. Let me start at the beginning. Back to school magnesium giveaway, giving away 40 bottles. If you'd like to be entered to win that, if you live in the United States, leave a comment on the Facebook feed and share with me about a teacher. Tag a teacher. Share with me what a teacher did for you. I want to support teachers. And we'll be giving some magnesium to teachers in this giveaway. We'll be giving some magnesium to previous clients, and we'll be giving magnesium to new clients. I want to make sure we have a blend of all three of those. I'm giving away 40 bottles. That's the most I've ever done. Best day ever. Second thing that's happening right now is back to school BOGOs at Living the Good Life Naturally. All the books and the pins and planning the back to school outfits are some of my favorite things to do. But are we sending kids who are ready to learn? They need a magnesium rich environment for their brain to uptake all of that amazing information. And so over the next 2 weeks, we will be having back to school BOGOs. Right now, it's magnesium soak. Buy one, get one for free. Oh, doesn't happen very often. I think it's the third time, maybe fourth in the history of 20 years of the company. I want to make sure that people have access to magnesium. These BOGOs will be going on for 2 weeks. One BOGO will end and another BOGO will start. So lots of those will be coming out. And I would love to support you in achieving cell saturation. And that's what these lives are for. The lives are to help you understand. For example, Ellen just had a great question, and she said, does magnesium help with Lyme disease? And again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing Ellen. I do want to share with you what I've seen over the last 20 years, in that it's not that you're going to soak in magnesium and Lyme's disease is gone. That's not how it works. I am going to tell you that Lyme's disease happens when your vitamin D profile is out of whack, and putting that vitamin D profile back into balance helps shut disease down, including Lyme's. It's not the only thing that you'll need to do. It is the first thing to put into place to make all of the other steps happen with more ease. And I'm all about things happening with ease. It's not that soaking in magnesium cures everything, do one soak and everything's better. It's that it starts the healing for everything that isn't healed that got you to where you're at right now. And so absolutely. Now, some people with Lyme disease, that first soak, they will experience tremendous benefits. Not all of them do, and it depends on your vitamin D profile and how imbalanced it is. When you do that first soak, a lot of times the pattern that can happen, especially for women, is I'm soaking to sleep better. And then if they're not sleeping better by the third or fourth soak, they're like, oh, this doesn't work. We're setting up the magnesium to trigger the melatonin to help you to sleep better. Magnesium is the reason that your melatonin is off. Sunshine is the reason that your melatonin is off. And it's not that one soak in magnesium heals and cures everything. It's that soaking in magnesium restores that spark plug to help everything heal, that put your body back into that optimal health zone. Ashley, oh, you're so very welcome. Oh, that's very kind. I want to, I did this thing. In fact, the teacher was actually well, she wasn't my stepmom at the time. I didn't know she was about to become my stepmom. She was my, I think, 8th or 9th grade English teacher at the time. And she had us do an exercise that was very impactful to me. She had us write down, and it was a little morbid. She had us write down, if we were at our funeral, what would we want people to say? And then to make decisions to live a life that those things that were important to you were happening. And one of the things that's important to me is that I lifted other people, that I helped, that, oh, she was someone that made a difference, especially in the lives of children. And that drives me in everything that I do. And so thank you so much. That helps, that just helped me to realize, oh, thank you for seeing that. I think we can all be our own worst critic. And I many times don't feel like I'm doing enough. How can I get more organized? How can I create more space and time to do more? And so that really helped me take a minute and breathe and recognize, oh, someone saw me. Someone saw that I am a person focused on making a difference and lifting women, because that's what we do for each other. Women, right? We lift each other. We don't tear each other down. There's not enough space, time, or energy. We lift each other. And so thank you so much for giving me that moment to just acknowledge that you saw that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Oh, here's one more in the private chat. Okay, here we go. Oh, so Shelly has reminded me, coupon codes are not valid on the BOGOs. A lot of times, and I absolutely understand that in big corporations, you can go in and I think they call it stacking coupon codes. I'm a family-owned business and I can't lose money, and I can't have you do the buy one, get one and put a coupon code on top of that. I just cannot do that. And so during the BOGO, coupon codes that you might see out and about will not work. Now, if you want to use the coupon code versus the BOGO, that's great. Don't use the BOGO, use the other coupon code, but the BOGO is the best coupon I've got going on right now. And so please just remember that those stacking of things when the BOGOs are happening. And right now, the Magnesium Soak 32-ounce BOGO is happening. I'd love for you to join me on the Magnesium giveaway, where we're giving away 40 bottles of magnesium. Leave a comment on Facebook underneath this live, and that will enter you to win. We'll be sharing some specifically with teachers, with clients who have supported us for years, and with new clients who maybe haven't, who have been hanging out but haven't really taken the dive yet to do their first magnesium 30-day soaking challenge. I'm celebrating 40,000 people. My goal when I started Living the Good Life Naturally was I wanted every person in the United States of America to understand the role that soaking in magnesium played in their health. And then they could make the best decision for them. And when I saw 40,000 people, I realized it's happening. It is happening. People are starting to understand the role that soaking in magnesium plays for activating stored vitamin D and helping to convert it to active vitamin D. And when we have that balance in place, creating health becomes so much easier. And I like things easy. My name's Kristen. I'm the founder of Living the Good Life Naturally. I would love it if you would share this post, leave a comment on this post. That's what will help get it out to lots of people so they know about the BOGO, buy one, get one free, that are happening for the next 2 weeks. There will be different products that are coming up. So if you see a product that you love or you've been interested in, grab it then, because I have a specific amount on each product and they will last each one for a couple of days. And then that BOGO will be gone and we'll move on to the next BOGO. And a huge thank you to team for all of the hard work that goes in behind the scenes to make this possible. I hope you have the best day. And I want you to take a minute and think about the teachers that have impacted your life and share an idea. What can we do to support those teachers? One of the things that I do is I hop on their Amazon list and I purchase some things that are then shipped to them that will help support them in the classroom. When we support those teachers, they can do a better job at educating our children. And when it comes down to it, that education is key. Thanks for being a part of living the good life naturally. Oh, Amy, the 30-day challenge is what helped you. Oh, I love that. Yes, the BOGO soak is happening right now. Happening right now. Buy one, get one free on the magnesium soak. See ya.